It's been phenomenal. Phenomenal. Just being here finally. I was itching to get here after last night, and it's surreal just to be in here and to see all the names in the locker room, and just to know that in a couple short weeks we'll be getting right to work.
Anything in particular today added to the excitement?
Seeing my jersey on the NFL, my name on the NFL jersey was added to the excitement. It's another moment that shows that it's really happening. I didn't wake up from the dream, and I'm living it instead. So that's awesome to me.
Did you put it on? Or did you just get the look?
I just got to look at it. They wanted to keep that one for I guess a little bit longer. We'll see what happens to it. But I have taken pictures of it, and I have been staring at it a good bit. So it's I'll get used to it here in a minute. Probably not, but I'll probably continue to look at it throughout the rest of the day.
I think I saw something on social media that said that when you were at Charlotte, you were driving DoorDash to support your family.
I was.
Can you talk about that experience a little bit?
Yes, my wife and I had our first baby in Charlotte. She was only a couple months old, and we were not making very much at Charlotte, being a smaller school. So everything we were getting was going directly to our rent on a third floor apartment. We had a small Jeep Compass that got us around, got us to and from, and we needed some extra funds just to be able to survive to get to the next month. And there's no easy, quick ways to make money when you're playing football, going to class, and also trying to raise a baby, but other than hopping in the car and delivering food for people. So you can make quick money that way. So that's what we would have to do, sadly. Just hearing, thinking about stories and speaking it into existence was brings back not bad memories, but part of that emotion from last night, where I know we won't have to do that anymore. But it was pretty much the entire year we were at Charlotte that we're door dashing, and even after games, we're making sure that my daughter has formula, because surprisingly formula is expensive. I found that out very quickly, but I wasn't going to go back home until I made sure that she had milk to drink and we had something that we could eat until I could get back into the facility.
What do you think your reaction would have been then if we had told you you're going to be the 49th pick in the 2025 NFL draft?
I probably would have laughed or cried, either one at the time, just because at that time my head's just spinning, and I'm trying to go to classes. I'm trying to walk to classes, then I'm trying to walk to practice afterwards, then I'm trying to walk home afterwards, and if we needed it, I'm trying to DoorDash for a couple hours afterwards as well. So, and then also trying to play college football on Saturday as well, and just repeating the process. But it was something I'll never forget, and something that definitely makes you humble throughout the entire process.
Over the last 6 years, did you ever doubt that you would be standing here? Or how much of a dream was this for you?
I would say as a linebacker, I most definitely doubted myself being in the NFL, just especially when they switched me as soon as I got to college, because I'd been quarterback all my life, and that's what I thought I'd be doing. And as soon as I got to college, they switched me to linebacker, so it was immediate life change, immediate position change, and I'm like, okay, I don't know how to play this position. How am I going to make this work? And they're like, oh, you'll be a great linebacker once you learn it, and you'll be great in the NFL. And I'm like, man, I'm the guy who wants the ball in my hand. I don't want to be taking it from people. I'm used to having it in my hand every snap, and here we are. That goes to show the perseverance, and when you truly buy in and you keep faith first, you end up in positions like this.
You mentioned to Zach that you could be emergency quarterback.
I won't disclose that, just so we don't give anything away. So that might be a question for our coaches. Yeah.
There's a lot of talk about NIL and maybe some of the negative impacts it has, but is there a lot of positive that comes from that now? Guys don't have to go out and pick up a side job just so they can pay for other things. I mean, how big is that a factor now?
Right. That is a humongous factor in NIL nowadays. That played a factor into pretty much why I left Charlotte. We didn't get the crazy deals that they're getting nowadays in college that a couple of my teammates are getting now, but we just got enough where we weren't struggling anymore, and that's what I told them. I told them in order for me to come to Carolina, I just want something where when we pay our bills, we've got something left where we can go get groceries if we need it and not have to go do DoorDash. So I said, as long as we are not DoorDashing, I can come here. So because I knew the year after that we'll be going to the league anyway, and that's where you make your real money, and that's when it feels real and the dream comes true. So for some people, I remember my aunt telling me, "Oh, don't look at social media because they think you're leaving to get money and stuff." For some of us players out there in the portal and people like me that are at smaller schools, that's what life is like, where we're struggling to make ends meet. So when we get an opportunity to hop in the portal after having a great season and go somewhere to help better our lives, or in my case, help my family, my wife and my daughter, and it's a decision that has to be made. So some of them are bad, and just some of those kids are coming straight out of high school and wanting immediate money for doing nothing. But that's another can of worms that I'll let the NCAA handle. But I'm not in college anymore. So
Did you get a bunch of old man jokes when you got to Carolina?
yes, I did. They called me Unk in the room, so it was. I'm still 24, but I mean, I guess I take the Unk with the grain of humility. So they all love me, so it's all right.
You
What was,
probably thought about the call that you would get. I can't imagine how many times, right?
Right.
When you get it and you had the reaction that you had last night, did that surprise you, or did you feel like, man, when I get that call, I bet I'm going to have a really emotional reaction to it, or was that overwhelming beyond that?
I knew I was going to be emotional once I got the call, but I didn't think I'd be that emotional and that tied into it. Just because I wish I had acknowledged my wife a little bit more, but I was in the moment, and just everything was flooding my brain, especially being at Charlotte and just thinking back to how we were just door dashing after games and after losses that we would take, and I'm out there door dashing in the city of Charlotte and making sure that we've got food to eat for the weekend until I can get back to the facility. So moments like that just flood your brain, and being able to think about my son's there. Of course, he's crying as everybody's erupting, but he'll remember that, and it'll be a good moment, because it's in that moment. Of course, he was crying, but I was also crying because I can be able to take care of him, and then also my daughter and wife as well.
So what was after games?
Yeah, after the Navy game that we lost to the Naval Academy, 14-7. A couple hours later, after I made sure my family was tucked away back at home, told my wife I don't want to, but we asked what we had in the account first, and it wasn't much to get us something to eat. So had to get back out in the Jeep Compass and make a couple deliveries. So had to do what had to be done.
You still have the Jeep, by chance?
I have a Jeep Compass now, where I guess that's my dad's car, because my wife's like, "You're not getting sports cars and putting our babies in them." So I said, "That's fair." So I got my original dad Jeep Compass, and hey, it gets me to and from and good on gas. So nothing wrong with it. But yeah, we still got our Jeep Compass.
What was your major?
Major at Georgia Tech was LMC, Literature, Media, and Communication. I'm gonna use that to. I am now. Definitely with certain things I like to read, but I'm going to use that field to be a producer one day. I like to screenwrite in my free time. Got a couple of working scripts, so when I do get there, I've already got a plan in place. So I like to, very prepared guy. I'm big on preparation. So when I get to that league and that step, and football is done after a long career, or during. Yep, that's true. Either or during. I plan on putting those things in motion.
Have you got your iPad yet?
I did.
Did you start looking
I'm
already?
already on the case, so that when I get back, I'll be right there with the guys.
Can you explain the Jeff Burton shirt? I think not even for NASCAR diehards, like that's a very strange deep cut. How did you end up on a Jeff Burton shirt for draft night?
My mother would say I'm an old soul, so anything retro, anything old, I would say once I come back, I will probably have a throwback Bengals jacket on when I come back. So I have already been searching for them, so I may have a couple of those on. But I love anything old, to music, to to pictures, to museums, and that's probably why my wife calls me weird, because I love that type of stuff. But that's sadly one of our children will pick it up, and it'll most likely be my son, who was screaming in the video yesterday. But would have to go. What's the word they call it? Not dumpster diving, but thrift shopping. That's it. And I found it tucked in the little side there. Someone probably tried to tuck away, and I'm like, that's coming home with me. So,
Do you know anything about Jeff Burton?
once I saw it, I did my research on him. Definitely somebody who's obviously not where he used to be, but that'll definitely make you do your NASCAR research, as I have become a NASCAR fan as of recent with my in-laws, because they watch NASCAR. So have become quite the Bubba Wallace fan myself. So maybe he'll see this video and send me a shirt of himself, so I can wear that also. But absolutely.
Real quick, what's your kids' names and ages?
Yeah, my daughter's name is Camila, and my son's name is Malachi. My daughter turned 2 this past February, and my son is 10 months now.
Can you spell them?
It's a Kamila, and then Malachi is Malachi.
Great.